to sit down, and rely everything. It's not about what your country can do for you, but what you can also do for your country. What you can also do for your country. So my question before I introduce my boss or welcome my boss in, what are you doing positive in your little space that tomorrow this country will remember you for that? What are you doing in that little space? Are you turning everything around? Even when it seems good, you say it is bad. Look, before I go to my boss, we all are crying for development. We all want the very best for Liberia. So we all will not feel good at certain decisions that will be made, whether by the government or people who mean well for us. There are times you will cry. There are times I will be affected. But we have to do this because Liberia is all that we have. Yes, this country is all that we have, and we have to put in our all and all. We are behind time. There is no better way to say it. We are behind time, and when we put people into positions of power, we want them to do exploit. We expect a lot of them. And when your expectations are high, know that you will also feel, you will somehow feel the weight. When I mean the weight, that development is a gradual process, one, and it will not just come to you on silver platter. You have to feel some way, somehow, at a certain point. I said this during a former president's regime, and I can say it today, and I will say it any other time. Boss man, you're welcome. How you doing?
Thank you, Magdalene. It's good that we're back again, and I'm following your monologue on trying to inculcate into the heads of Liberians some sense of patriotism. I hope they will listen. I hope Liberians will listen. We've said it over and over. If sometimes you get frustrated, you want to hang your boots on radio commentaries, but again. Yes, I accompany you today. We are actually in hunt for Muhammad Ali, water and sewer bus. He was opening the supply line of water to Central Morovia for the first time in at least 6 years. I want to believe he's going to talk to us later on, and we didn't know where the occasion was being held. We were driving from one point to the other, and then we bumped into a group of Liberians seeking shelter at the former famous Ducal Palace Hotel, which is now a dump site. And I was really scared for you because you were in the lions den and teasing the lions. And one of them was just ready to get at you when we drove away. So yeah, those are some of the things that we go through.
I can drive in war zone, so I'm ready to drive.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know what
my friend. I don't fight. Oh,
no, I know you're.
I know you were there. I beg you, yeah.
To defend me.
I'm gonna open that car door, manage my way through.
I know you're scared. I know you can do it. You ran away before at somewhere, right. And I know you can. Do it. But that place should be a tourist site.
Well, the closest we'll talk more about that. But let's the closest time that infrastructure came to being rehabilitated was just before the French government led the NATO troops to overthrow or to remove Muammar Gaddafi. In fact, you saw the boat, the sambo still on the fence of Ducal. The Libyan holding company was responsible to reactivate that Ducal Palace Hotel. Unfortunately, it coincided with the overthrow and the eventual execution of Muammar Gaddafi. But let's take a break. When we come back, 3 o'clock, we will take Josh Lobo. Josh Lobo is on a mission of the Unity Party. He has just concluded one in Nimba. And where Nyan Twain is elected, subsequently certificated, inducted, and has taken his seat in the Liberian Senate for the next 6 years, completing Vice President Jeremiah Coon's term as senator, who eventually became vice president after the Unity Party win. But first, let's take this one. Our sponsors, Orange and EcoBank. First is EcoBank.
Hey, Tanu, what happened to you so?
Julie, worry, I need to pay my daughter's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday, I finish and get one cent.
But they're not problem there
Yeah.
at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
Load and somebody and I'm
Never
there.
come.
I'm not joking. If you can't help me, just leave me alone.
Yeah, I can help you. Let me ask you, have you heard about the EcoBank money emergency number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then be open way 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tanu. All you have to do is to dial *326# and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM.
Dalame, you mean I'll get it the same day?
Oh yes, instantly. I mean, in a minute. But to you, EcoBank that baby.
I did though.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank can make things happen sharp. For any money emergency, just dial *326# to help yourself out.
EcoBank, the Pan African Bank.
We don't worry about the direct connection at all. There's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. Smooth and fair. I can reach out my Western and enjoy with confidence.
To activate, dial *888# or subscribe via My Orange app. $1 gives you 50 minutes on net calls, 5 minutes off net calls, or the same dollar gives you 500 megabytes of data. Valid 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network. Certified by Ookla second time in a row. Visit our website www.orange.com.lr or call 111 for more information. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange. agreed to share the cost with them, which is cost of around $750,000. So we agreed to share the cost. So once we can conclude arrangement and LEC construct the dedicated line, it means that we will have power for 24 hours, and then we'll be able to pump water. But also in the future, the water that conveys, we call it water main. The main pipe that conveys water one to Bushrow Island is 16-inch, and it has outlived its exponent. You can pass the pressure on the punch. So we are looking, as I speak to you, we are working on a proposal to submit to the African Development Bank to see if they can fund the replacement of that pipe to a 24-inch pipe.
Okay, so unlike the LEC that usually runs out of water, you don't run out of water. So your major problem at White Plains is electricity.
So let me say this. I will not say unlike LEC. You know, we use the White Plains used to run out of water. To be honest.
Really? With the St. Paul River?
Yes. Because the volume of water we take, when the water goes dry, you can't take that volume of water unless you'll be taking bullets and pebbles and all those kind of things. What happened is that we constructed a new pipe which is around 5.2 kilometers long, 48-inch pipe directly into the dam with the agreement of the LEC.
Mm-hmm.
So the dam doesn't get dry like that. So now we are getting water directly from the dam, so we don't go out of water.
Okay, so you need to come. The last time I invited you, you agree, you turn it down, and the excuse was you were at White Plains, and says that. So I'm giving another invitation of Wednesday next week, the same time, 3 to 4. In person or in studio, which way?
In studio
or online, yes.
3 to 4, Truth FM. State of the nation.
We were looking all around for you today.
Yeah.
I want people to put it on the schedule. So, the chief of staff is very good at reminding me. They come when the day meeting is started 2 days ahead.
Who the man who John also eat the burger with beans? All right, G, you gotta go. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Mo Ali is the managing director of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. We got something coming up breaking. That's the Union of Liberians in the Americas has written the president of the United States, Joe Biden, begging on their knees to extend the DED of Liberians who hold that status, or else it ends at June 30th. And if it is not extended, well, they will have to leave America based on immigration reasons. The DED is the Deferred Enforcement Departure. We already have a United Party USA executive in studio, and we will force him into this one. But Bobby is the Secretary General of ULA, the Union of Liberians in the Americas. Bobby, good afternoon to you. Yes, sir. You're live on State of the Nation.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Bobby.
This is not business economic, even though they're all on the same forum, but this is actual something we gotta. But Bobby, this is good to have you. Oh, okay. Sorry, what do you have asked? Should we call you maybe in 30 minutes? Okay, thank you very much, the Secretary General of ULA. Then here comes a USA United Party executive.
Dennis job, but thank you overall today for hosting me on the Hour of Politics. I know it's been a long time since we've done one of these. I look forward to most of these engagements here. I want to thank all of you Liberians who call in today, those of you who made recommendations, who made suggestions, those of you who agree and disagree with me. I want you to know that I wholeheartedly respect your opinions and your views that you express.
Okay, so that's George Lobo. He started a fight in America, in the streets of America, landed here, and there, the rest of the story, you know how the result came. Good afternoon to you, Chief. George, how are you? Yes, good, sir. Yeah, it's everything like yo, yo, what? Yeah, you get me. Barry's calling me nephew. Yeah. The tradition. Anyway, yeah, that's why someone she look at me and tell me nephew. I look at. I say I'm supposed to be calling you auntie, right? But you don't know the time. Why you get me on the substitute bench? Just, but Georgie, it's Georgie, it's good to have you. Long time. The last time we talked, you were headed to Nimba to start history, marketing a UP candidate who eventually won, Yan Twine, Senator. You're untiring. You are untiring. You don't get tired. But those who cut in the shot, they're supposed to be the one heading to Nimba. But you are all in, out. Come what may. Come what may. Okay, so these are moments of contemporary discussion, current event. As we speak, the president is chairing his inaugural cabinet meeting at the ministerial complex. A huge turnout. I passed by, try to peep into the hall, to see some familiar faces. But it's where the tent. I don't know the agenda, but it's like the facial expression of those attending is like they're there for business. 2 to 3 years. I didn't know. I mean, where we got some old dilapidated structure, but when the streets are clean, calm, orderly, it's different. You don't see the defaced buildings. I need to bring the city mayor here, out of Pinsville or Saint Morovia. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So this is why he said when he was opening the retreat, quote, "For me, failure is not an option. It is either you are with us or you step aside." That's threatening. So, mind you, you have to meticulously say it because, mind you got political ambition 2029. I mean, the political party has ambition 2029. You have an alliance structure, and then if you just outrightly state this one, and people jitter, they get jittery, and they start being intimidated. Failure comes, they removed, and then 2029 is at hand. What an intimidating president. For us, and I quote, for us, failure is not an option. You're either with us or you leave us. Where you take them from? Where are these people who coming to do it? Why didn't you bring them up on board first? So they already giving you, I mean, tough time. They reminding you of promises you made, and currently there is I don't know his intervention, but people term it as a demonstration of leadership, or well, you like it or not. But this is about the rice. The Liberian people started measuring your strength already. You know about rice. I don't have to tell you the nature of rice politics in this country.
So, Chris, let me say this: the issue of rice in this country, we all understand the sensitivity of that issue. We know that rice has always been a political commodity. We know that over 70% lost their life during the Red Riot of 1979, and we know that a subsequent assassination of a president in 1980, April 12th, also preceded the Red Riot. The history books are very clear. They say for the very first time, the nation woke to violence. There were looting of people property, vandalizing of businesses and people homes. We understand the history of this issue. But Chris, let me be very, very clear. I think what the Liberian people understand as well, in as much as they know that this rice issue is a political commodity, as much as it's sensitive to them, they also have an understanding of the fact that we as a government, if President Boakai planted rice on January 22nd when he was inaugurated, that rice won't be ready for them to cut today to eat. They know that. So what we are
No,
doing as a government,
but now it will be harvested. It's 3 months.
nah, Chris, stop it.
The president has a variety of rice that produces in 3
let
months.
me say this. Here's my point on this issue.
Yeah.
We understand that the Indian government have raised tariffs on rice, some 20% increment in August of 2023. Importers, and they've been doing business in this country. What the president did was to intervene in a timely manner. And he was very, very clear. I told you, look, President Boakai has no time to play. I'll tell you straight up. I sit with him, I see him, I talk to him. I know where his mind is when it comes to delivering for the Liberian people. And on the basis of that, he was very clear with the importers. Rice will not go up by a cent. I'm instructing the justice minister, the security apparatus to ensure that this mandate is carried out to fullest. The Minister of Commerce, Amin Muda, is engaging with importers. We understand there are some constraints with regards to importation. Those things can be sorted out. But we've been very clear, Chris, when you look at our government, we no longer want to be giving subsidies to importers. Our idea now is to take those subsidies, invest in empowering local farmers to produce.
Now you guys are coming to what we've been preaching all along.
If we've been preaching it along, this government is still more on that. We can't take fault people having behind us. I can only speak for this
government. We will measure you people's ability
that I fought to bring to power. That is it. Whatever advice you gave to government before, whether it was Madam Sellee, whether it was President I bear no responsibility for that. If President Boakai don't listen to you guys and we do not produce rice here, then come out the next 2-3 years, make that case, and then I'll be looking forward to that. But until then, I can only say what we know we're going to do. And I can assure the Liberian people within the next year or two, definitely we'll have a grip on this rice issue and we'll provide a solution. Water of now in Central Monrovia, at least after 10 years, there's water in Central Monrovia. We will ensure look, Chris, I will tell you, the multiple problems we inherited and the broken institutions we met, the formulation of a functioning, stable government in the South is an accomplishment that Liberians should be proud of. You had a country where its image has been ruined, where your passport, for example, it was reported that it was in the hands of drug cartel, the issue of drugs, that the country being a drug trafficking hub. So there are so many other different competing priorities that we are dealing with. This rice issue, Chris, I can assure the Liberian people that we continue to make sure that rice is available and is affordable and is on the market. The issue of scarcity, we prepare for it at any given point in time. Chris, I can confirm, and I do know that there are multiple conversations being held at this as we speak from different sources. We are looking at the rice market in other countries, not just only India. There's rice from Pakistan. You have the Chinese market out there. You have the Taiwanese, you have the Vietnamese that are producing rice at a higher quality and quantity level. So, but as a government, look, I trust the judgment of our leaders. our cabinet ministers, our directors. President Boakai did not make mistake. Anyone who fails to deliver, the president will act. And for me, right now, I will tell you, we have a great team, and I'm counting on all of them to deliver.
Okay, Josh Lobo, Executive United Party USA, is in our studio discussing some of the achievements or challenges faced by the new government. The 90-day deliverables, 100 deliverables, everyone, this is not the first time deliverables have been measured, right? I remember the first time I ever heard this word was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. It didn't go as popular as this one. I remember the poverty reduction strategy those days. Mr. Weah came, 100-day deliverables. Sorry, I didn't follow it much because I had to go into
Chris,
the
just
rules.
for the record, President Weah had no 100-day deliverables.
Chief, they got it 100
no,
deliverables. Okay, so what's but they had a target.
Let me say this.
They had a target.
Just for the record, let me say this for the record. President Weah told the world when he addressed the UN General Assembly in New York in 2018 that he said, and I quote, "My government has no plan, but when I return, we will be formulating a 5-year plan which we will present to the nation and to our partners." And upon his return, they adopted the PAPD, and that was their plan. So for the first 6 months, he had nothing like deliverables. So talking about deliverable, maybe say Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, not the CDC. This is why when I hear them talk about the UP 100-day deliverable, I laugh. You have 6 months in power, you never had even anything. So what are you talking about? But you can proceed. I just want to set the record straight.
Okay, but having it, announcing it, or having it and not executing it are two different things. So I'm just telling you, the first time I ever heard a 100-day deliverable gone so wild like this one, everybody is talking into it. It is this one. And in fact, you people have added flavor to it to release a data, a printout to the world. Don't say thank you. I'm not doing PR over you. To the world. To the world that these are the things, these are the things we've done, where it is left with you to do a counter, but these are the things we've done. These are the places we had the challenge. Even the president was addressing on this day, commemorating the 100 days. He said, we made some strive, but we have some challenges, and we're not going to stop until those challenges are resolved. Absolutely. So, where you think as a government, some of those challenges were?
Let me say this to you. We met a huge bureaucracy. So on the issue of procurement, for example, you know how wild the whole conversation about the $22 million that was available, that was made, that was awarded in contracts for those roles. Mm-hmm. And there's bureaucracy around it. The timing in which we expected those funding to be made available, the way in which we wanted the agreements to go, how fast, the speed at which we expected for those things to be done. Now, not only that, Chris, there are more we thought we could have done, that we anticipated, we wanted to do. However, our goal, first and foremost, like I said, on the issue of roles, look at education. People were just making false pronouncements. We're paying wire fee, we're paying wise fee, we're sending people abroad. Now we inherited a huge debt of $6 million, Chris. We had to allocate $3.3 million towards that, paying some of the arrears of Liberian students that are abroad, even some of the local scholarships are here. And when it comes to why we had to get involved. So again, on the basis of all what we did, Chris, we understood the problem we're inheriting. And that is why we've set a high standard for our government. So it's like I say, for me in this chemistry test, I must score 98. Even 85 it is a B+. But I will still not be satisfied. That is how we see this government. It's not that we didn't make progress. But Chris, it's that we've set the standard so high for ourselves. And that is why we want to hold ourselves to. So when you hear the president admitting that yes, we made strides, but again, there were some challenges that hinder our ability to get the 100 we wanted to get. So again, we're not going to shy away from it. We know we have 6 years to go. And our goal is to make sure that before these 6 years end, Liberia will be a different country.
I don't know whether you guys don't know the 6 years. This is a short period of time.
Chris, 6 years. Why it is
so
true?
You've got
why it is true?
You've got 5 years, 6 months.
I'll tell you.
5 years, 6 months.
There are governments around the world. In the United States, for example, the president runs one term for 4 years, and presidents get a lot accomplished in 4 years. Presidents 2 terms in America is 8 years. We're talking about 6 years. In 6 years, you can get a lot done, especially when you are focused and has a vision for what you have a vision as to what you want to accomplish. You can do a lot. And we know what we want to accomplish. And Chris, I can assure the Liberian people that these 6 years will not be like the previous wasted 6 years. That is the difference. And that is the message we want to send.
Okay, state of the nation. So there's this jittery about you people, reportedly or allegedly, when Mr. Weah announced that he's going to be still active in politics by 2029. There is widely spread that he's going to appear on the ballot. Senator Dillon has characterized it as a hunt for money if Mr. Weah appears on the ballot. Why is this jittery?
Let me say a few things to you why it is true. Senator Dillon is he was one of an intricate part of the rescue mission. Senator Dillon is a lawmaker. He has his right. He's entitled to his opinion, and his views expressed might not be my view. However, here's my take when it comes to President Weah, former President Weah, rather. It is his right. He has a political party. If they see him as the candidate fit to represent them on the ballot, they can bring him. But let me say a few things to you, Chris, on this. We believe that as long as it is George Weah or former President Weah, it's simple. There'll be no campaign. There'll be absolutely no campaign. I think we campaign harder than if you brought the CDC back. You see, the CDC has misunderstood what needs to be done. Their belief is that because they're in opposition, they should just be granted the ability to govern again. That is not how it works. You have to come back and convince the Liberian people as to the things you did, the legacy you left, the accomplishment of the CDC, for which the United Party government over the next 6 years will make no progress on or will destroy. Then you say you want to come and continue on the progress you're making. But let's just be hypothetical for a second here, Chris. Let me do this for you. What will the CDC be coming back for? We'll be coming back to reinstitute harmonization. We'll be coming back so that people can go to work. We'll be coming back so President Weah can take 80 days to go watch the World Cup. Is that what he will be coming back for? What will they be coming back for? We'll be coming back to legalize and strengthen corruption. We'll be coming back to keep more garbage in the streets so that our people get sick. What would the CDC be wanting to come back to power for? That's what we need to understand. So when I hear that, we want to allow them to speak because, the right to freely express yourself is an enabling right which is protected by the Constitution to express yourself. But sometimes just ask those CDC people, what is your argument? Why do you want to come back? Do you want to come back so another $200 million worth of drugs can come to the country when you arrest the people and you let them go? Is that why you want to come back? Do you want to come back where auditors can get killed under you and there's no justice for them? Why do you want to come back? Do you want to come back so you can take our passport and sell it to drug dealers and reduce our image on the world stage? Why do you want that? I tell my CDC friends, for me, I'm not bothered about them. That is how I will leave it. So I want them to start preparing themselves. Because if you are coming back to say they should replace the Unity Party, after we've paved rules, after we've maintained stability, we restored the image of the country. We've restored dignity to governance. We've addressed the issue of sanitation. We've invested in tourism. We're producing rice in Liberia locally. We've reduced our importation of rice. We've raised people's living standard. What would be your justification for coming back? Because you were a former football player, you just will come back? You think a basketball game?
Man, it's still popular, you know that. See the watching. 2017 versus 2023.
Chris, I'll tell you one thing. The good thing we are grateful for, the Liberian people had the opportunity to see what happens when you leave the path of progress and bring people who are not prepared. They've seen the retrogression. They've seen the hardship. They felt the impact of an irresponsible, incompetent government. They know. They felt it. For the last 6 years, I think it's clear. Now they can see it is clear in the streets that you now have a government that understands what needs to be done and is focused on getting the job done. You now have a president. Look, let's be honest, Chris. If former President Weah was in power by now, that year that be Johnson by this time, he has inspected over 20 times already. When was the last time you saw President Bwaka there? He's at the mansion. How often you saw President Weah sitting in office? There's a difference, Chris. So, to my CDC friends, I'll say this to you. If you guys will be the opposition against us in 2029, best of luck. May the Lord be with you. I wish to see y'all. But the campaign will be a lot easier than I would think. I hope you'll find different candidate. But if it should be different party. But if the CDC emerges as the only opposition party against us, then there's no debate. Because there's nothing the CDC will point to that they did better, that we've destroyed. We will only be highlighting and be showcasing the progress and transformation we've brought to the country. That's all we'll do. The Liberian people will be the test, they will be the judge.
Okay, so we'll make it interactive. George Lobo, never tiring, promoting the Unity Party. Many people say, "What, George? What role you want to play other than this one? Just in advocacy. What role you going to you keep? Well, you're not being preferred."
You know, let me say this to you. The way the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia is.
I know it's the president's prerogative, man. Don't carry me to that politics, right? Don't carry me to that politics.
So President Bwaka knows the capability of his men, and that is a good thing. That is one thing he has going for him, that he has a pool of qualified, experienced people to pull from, and at any point in time, that is why I just made clear. This is a Brazilian bench that has Ronaldinho, Rovado, and so many of those. The Nelson. So at any point in time, anybody can be pulled. Chris, let's be very clear. I'm just saying it because I want to joke a little bit. But on a serious note, the president has over 4,000 appointments to make. President Bwaka is here to even hit 1,800 on a serious note. So this notion that everybody just want to be first.
Josh,
I'm not worried. And that is a problem, I think. So people putting a lot
maybe
of pressure on
you want to be twice it.
You say what?
Maybe you are twice it, so the president.
You cannot be twice it because again, it is the president's prerogative. The president will appoint you where he feels fit. He has his team. He was the one that people elected. And he will make that determination. I mean, you can have, it's always good to have wishful thinking. It's always good to be ambitious, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that it's your right. You're not entitled to it because you work at the will and pleasure of the president. So the president will make that determination.
No, but this one, you don't work at his will and pleasure because you're not in yet.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Because you're going to work at the will and pleasure of the president, he will decide where he wants you.
But all those who are in, they really deserve the president's preferment?
But here's what I would say. In as much as he signed the appointment letter, I would say yes, 150%.
Okay, so let's hear from the public. They're going to be barrage of questioning to you, especially the way you came down on the Unity. I mean, you came down on the CDC.
I'm no stranger to the CDC. You know me.
This caller is on. Hello. Yes, sir. George Tama, is it you?
Yeah, this is John D. Tamba.
John, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. To buttress the effort of the government, though we are not in yet, especially when it comes
why are you using the proposition yet? You expect something? Mama, go ahead and say we're not in yet. No, we're not in yet.
Yeah, this is the reason why some of us, we deliberate sabbatical, but it is very important that we all join hands together to back our government. But with the praise on the issue of the rest market, on behalf of the Ministry of Commerce, though I work for the Ministry of Commerce, and we backing them strongly. There are something in our district here, 17. The rest is currently at 35. So the Fulani, those are accusing the Fulani falsely. It is not true. For all of the shops that are visited, yes, indeed, the rest is 3,500.
Okay. All right, let me hold you there, Josh. I mean, John, sorry. Let me hold you there. Another caller is on. Hello? Yes, sir. What's your name? Stephen, let's hear you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take the next caller. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, caller. Let's hear you. Quick. 1 minute. The callers are 2 minutes. 1 minute, please.
Good afternoon to my PM party. Look, I'm very cold. And when it comes to the 100 euro, I don't think CDC, the bank government, will get anything on the agenda like to even if they want to bring people. And one of the first and foremost thing that they failed to do in a 7 years, that we will be in our 3 months at them, the one to convince the American people and come down to our hospital that is lower in the upper month, to convince them and pass it and you put it into a law today it has been established. That is going to the floor. In 7 years they failed to do that and we took 3 months to beat them.
Okay.
So overall,
thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm observing, instead of you dwelling on the CDC, maybe in quotation failure for 6 years, why not just go ahead and, but this caller is on. Hello? Yeah, 1 minute. Let's hear you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. She's taking note. You will address those concerns. This is State of the Nation. Let me see whether I can. This caller. Hello? Yeah. Yes, let's hear you. What's your name? Yeah, let's hear you.
I'm encouraged by the statement when he said why he wants to come back to power. What the point he said was people to come back to let 2 million jobs go away free and the importers go free. My question to him is, what is the position of the United Party-led government when it comes to the use of the truck, protect the station, and use of the motorcycle to protect the leaders of this country?
Thank you. Excellent one. Excellent one. He's taking notes. Next. Hello. Hello. Yes.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead. Yes, strictly. Leave the long pleasantry, Chief. Time is fast spent. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take another one. We can take 3 more. Yes, hello. Yeah. Yeah, let's hear you. What's Ben, let's hear you quickly. Give one example or two. Mm. Mhm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. A motorcyclist consent. The last caller. Hello. You got something in your background. I don't really have the time for that. Hello. Yes, let's hear you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, Josh, you took notes. Let's hear you. Some critical questions came um, from one caller
about
to
the
do a
issue of
comparative analysis of youth versus drug addiction under the Unity Party led government. Let's hear you.
Okay, so the very first thing, Chris, let me be very clear. I would not be able to give you like a data on it because the DEA, I think you guys will follow. The DEA has been doing a lot of arrests. I know that the other day I was somewhere. I went to Bentor because the whole thing about this drugs thing is that arresting people is not just the solution. You have to get them rehabilitated. You have to get them into a center, and you don't want them just coming out like that. You have to ensure that those who go to those rehabilitation center can come out with some set of skills. And I know I had a meeting the other day with the Minister of Youth and Sport, Honorable Ko Bangaloko. He stressed that need, and he spoke on some of the other things that were being done. Like, for example, the 10-bedroom hotel that is being constructed currently at the SKD, that which will be for customer service. So that people, it will be a hotel, but people who will do customer service, so they will work at the hotel where they will acquire the skill set before they can move on. So there are different things being talked about. I've had the opportunity to speak with Deputy Minister for TV, for example, or Lerma Yonton, and I know there'll be while I was there, I remember there was someone from the DEA. So these programs have been formulated. Now, let me be very clear. I heard someone, the motorcyclist, who said, political time is over. But he sounded more different than someone who was more of a politician because he's more concerned about the CDC, forget about the CDC. No, I can't forget about the CDC when the CDC is the one that is out here peddling lies, misinforming our people. So you're talking about everything is going up and they say you lie. So when you're talking about everything is going up, where was prices? When we came to power, we made a bag of rice for $17. We reduced it to $16.75. So next time when you call in the show, do small homework. What was gas price when you left power? What was the exchange rate? Because you just left power recently. The CDC now. I'm not referring to it as a sedition, but I just want to be very clear. We understand this strategy. And let me say this to my friends. There's someone asked about, there was a caller, let me address the caller who said on the issue of subsidies. Caller, I think you maybe if you didn't get me right, my position was clear. That President Boakai has been very clear that moving forward, I know the Minister of Agriculture has been very much engaged. We've been pushing for Liberians to grow our own food. And that is why we've said instead of giving subsidies to importers, we rather take that money and give it to local farmers to build their capacity so that we can invest in mechanized farming. So that's where we are going. So that is the long-term solution. There's no quick fix to this. This is not about politics, folks. But come what may, when you propagate ills, falsehood against the government, then that's being political. When I respond to it, I'm not in the church. Yeah, I mean, the government is a political. It's to come to power, it was through politics. So I can't lie, say it's not done in the church to say I'm a preacher. I mean, thank God for President Weah, he had a church pulpit. We don't have that. So for us, since we don't have that, will come to the same places you make all these baseless, irresponsible, weak claims all day, and people complaining here and there. Look, let me say this. I will say this to my CDC friends. I understand the desperation. Many of you are not prepared to leave power, but it has happened. The country will move forward. You will not beat the Unity Party in 2029 by telling lies. I want to be clear. If your strategy will be to tell lies, don't forget the same folks that were able to campaign and we defeated you when we had nothing. Now those folks will still be around. The same George W. that were here that took you people out of power will still be here. So if propaganda is the way forward for you, I wish you guys all the best. But let me say this. Propaganda will remain the masters of that game. And that is why you guys are struggling. Because every time you try, to every action, I believe, you know me, I'm a great fan of the Newton Taylor law of motion. To every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Every time you guys fire, we return, we move fire. And that's the problem you guys face. That's why when you hear my name, I hear you say, I know it worry you people. And the good thing, let me announce to you, Sedition. George W. no longer live in America, I live in Liberia. So just so you know. Because for me, it is not about outsourcing this revolution. It's about ensuring that this movement, the promises we made, are fulfilled. And we'll always be here to defend the rescue mission at any given point in time. When we are called to, we will. While we are sitting at home and resting, Chris, we fought a very great fight recently. Some of us are seated at home resting, but it seems like you people want us to be out here. We don't want to do that. We know it is the opposition job in Liberia to talk. Now we hope you guys can do the talking. You guys are noted for throwing cascades and doing all kinds of things. If you guys will resort back to your normal habits, that's fine. We'll protect you guys as much as possible. But I'll say this to the CDC. You will not come back to power until you can be able to state categorically clear the progress you made from 2018 to 2023. And if you can't showcase those things, folks, this one is a lie. We'll continue to see the love in your eyes, but you just won't make it. And I know this can hurt.
Okay, thank you very much, George. Is you never disappoint every time you come here. It's wonderful having you. Time has caught up with us. Yes, indeed. I'm coming there. Don't worry. Time has caught up with us, but we're glad that you're always available to do these commentaries, raising from questions fired at you by us on this platform. But while we take leave of you, let me give you 3.5 minutes.
Chris, let me say thank you, and to my sister there with you, Magdalene. I want to thank all of you. To our Liberian people, let me take this opportunity to say thank you all for the confidence and trust imposed in the rescue mission. I want to reassure you people that the election of President Joseph Numa Boakai was not a mistake. We inherited a country that was being ruined. We inherited a country where the president had put the country in reverse and was in his house making songs and in his studio dancing to the point that he had so much free time he had to leave the country to go out to go watch football game. Folks, it destroyed the institutions we created. The basic social services that should have been provided to our people were not there. You could see in every agency and ministry that there was no serious function of government taking place there. However, you elected the Unity Party to the rescue mission. We made commitment to you people. And I can assure you that our government will do all it can to fulfill on our promises we made to the Liberian people. President Boakai remains committed and dedicated to the hard work he asked you people to give him. Come what may. Yes, even when you are in a plane, the plane will experience turbulence. It does not mean you will not get to where you're going. Even the ship, it will be rocking sometimes, but the ship shall sail. And I want to assure all of you that the vote you gave him was never a waste. We are committed to uplifting the living standard of our people. We are focused as a government on improving the living conditions of our brothers and sisters in the towns and villages across this country. This is why you can see today there are pictures from us, all regions, that the machines are working. The Ministry of Public Works is ensuring that we open those roads and keep them available and pliable for all vehicles. Folks, we know that our expectations out there are high. We understand the challenges that many of you face. We know there are many of our Liberian people that still go to bed hungry. We know it, we feel it, because we interact with you every day in the streets, every single place we go. However, we must not lose sight of our commitment to fulfilling for our people. Our government will deliver. I want to say to all of you, this is the beginning of a new dawn in the history of this republic. President Boakai that I know, the commander-in-chief, the most experienced public servant, that vote was never a mistake. I want to thank all of you, and I want you people to exercise restraint. Let's be patient. Let's give him some time. Let's see what his government will do. But I can tell you, with what I know and from where I sit, it was never a mistake. This government, what we accomplished in the first 1 year, will be greater than what the CDC will accomplish even if we are giving them 45 years. So to my friends in the CDC, I wish you guys all the best. We have an obligation to deliver for the Liberian people, and you citizens are Liberians, so we have a commitment to you as well. The water that is being pumped today into Central Monrovia, all of us will benefit. And let us work together to ensuring that we can deliver this country. I want to thank the Liberian people. Let me thank the callers. Those of you who agree and disagree with me, I wish you all the best. But again, Chris, it has been a wonderful time being here. And I'm always open to doing these things at any point in time. Just call on me. I will be right here.
Okay, George Lobo, UP Executive USA, but has moved here. He said his being here is a demonstration of not wanting to outsource the rescue mission, but to stay and support in whatever way. We're taking a break. It's going to be musical, and this musical break will take us into another segment. By popular demand, a youth conversation returns are actually supposed to be next week, but or next month. But last edition generated a huge participation from parents and the young people themselves, and they request that we repeat all have another edition, and that's why this one is on. Josh, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we take a musical break to be right back. This is titled Rise Up, Young People.
Oh, my nephew.
The silence is there, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. I don't know you feel like, oh yeah, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. I won't take, bring it to its feet. I won't take, and love. Like today, I'm afraid time to get and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Yeah. We rise, we rise.
I need help. Please come.
In spite of the end, I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up.
Okay, so coming next is the youth conversation, and yes, we usually say youth conversation is not limited to young people, right? We have experienced people out there who got so much expertise and can give share experiences with our audience or our audiences. So, Mr. K. Okay, yes. So coming up next, I'm sorry we had to. We have to do this. Yes. So we sincerely apologize. We should have started 3:45, but I mean we had a guest and it was important to that we had that interview. So we want to say welcome to the youth conversation. We're going to end some discussions here today. Give our panelists enough time as well. I'll start boasting about it. I'm busy, my people. Yeah. Let me bring them on. My people, how you doing? Look at that girl over there looking at me. That woman over there looking at me. She want to say something, but she's muted.
No,
All right. So our panelists are showing up. And we're going to have a wonderful time together. So we'll give them the time to. Okay. So my people, how you doing? Oh?
How are you?
Okay. All right. Yeah, it seems to be your audio, is good. I mean, yeah, the professor, your audio is good, and Lean, your audio is also good.
Oh, thank God.
I'm glad Lean is not in trouble today.
Okay. So we have Mr. Kier, Mr. Harford. He's a minister of the gospel. He's a I don't know. I want to say he's not a journalist, but he's purporting to be a journalist. No, I'm opening a microphone. Yeah, and I mean he's an experienced person. He interacts with a lot of young people and got so much experience. And I mean, we usually play with his age on his platform like we play with football. We say he's 55 years old. We give this man so much hard time. Mr. George Kerr is our very good friend to the platform. And he's 55. He said, 5 more years and I'll be 60. But he's a very good friend, very humble, willing to share knowledge and stuff like that. So he's with us. And we're going to we're not going to waste time. We're going to get the ball rolling. On today, we're going to be discussing the role of the family, the learning institutions, communities in upbringing of children, of young people. There's a need for collaboration. Because, for example, if the parents at home play their role and then they go to the school, with the school, everybody they're doing their own thing, people taking in drugs, the teachers, I'm sorry to say, but insulting, using profane languages, and doing things out of order. The school does not have control over these young people, over these children, and it will be a waste from the side of the parents, because they are from when you leave their home, you go to the school, you go to the school needs to prop you up. And then when you live in the community as well, the community also has a role to play. And some of us, the kind of community you live in, right? And you know how it's affecting the young people. So these are things that we're going to be talking about. And rest assured, the few 45 minutes, we have 45 minutes to go. That's more than enough. And we will give 50 minutes to our panelists. Yes, I'm seeing Alice Conan. Alice, thank you so much for coming on. All right, you're getting used to coming online. You will be coming to see Alice. I was explaining you.
I'll come
Yeah,
to studio. I'll come to studio next week. I'll come to studio next week.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. It's okay where you are. All
Okay.
right, so that's it, and we're going to take 45 minutes. I will give 50 minutes to the our panelists. We have Mr. Kier, we have Lynn, the only female for now. Three males, and we have a female. So we'll give you the time, at least 50 minutes. Now 50 minutes for one person. We'll give you the time to discuss what are your ideas, what's the role. And today we're going to be finding recommendations. I'm not saying when we say now, everything, yeah. I mean, these are things that we will not stop talking, we will not stop advocating, we will not stop speaking about, because we need refresher. We need to be we need to be hearing these things. It's important that we continue the conversation. Yes, it's intended for us to provide solutions, recommend solutions. When we see the problem, we identify the problem. Yeah, where are the problems? Yeah, the school, the community. Like last week, almost all of the callers, most of them were teachers, and then they said the problem, or most of our problems are coming from the home, with the parents. And maybe we will have a parent to call, say, no, I mean, it was a teacher who said the parent went and arrested a teacher because he beat a student unmercifully. I don't know if that's the right word. I mean, he rather beat on the child, and I mean, the parent had to call the police, and I don't know whether that was right, or I don't know how they ended it, but well, yeah, we are today. So I want to say thank you all for coming on, and we're going to give our callers 15 minutes today to call, not for a person, not for a caller, but 50 minutes to, for all of, all of you who are going to be calling, and 50 minutes to our panelists. So let's get the ball rolling. Can we begin with, let's begin with Mr. Kier. Mr. Kier, since you are in city, let's begin with you. Are you getting him?
No.
No.
No, we're not getting him.
Oh, okay. So let me put you on. I'm sorry. Okay, you are very smart. All right, you just. Okay. So can you say something?
So that's it. Thank you very much.
Are you getting him now?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
I'm not getting. Are you doing good, people?
We are good.
All right. So.
Okay.
Shall we?
Are you getting him? Are you guys getting him?
Yeah. I can hear.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
we are getting him.
All right. So thank you very much for inviting me on the platform. But you said I'm purporting to be a journalist. No, I am not purporting. I've had several training and certificates. You don't mind, so I don't want to go in that. But let's go straight to the topic.
Okay.
Talking about what the community, the schools, and parents should do. I think it should be a win-win situation. You can't leave it on one person, because the child is not for, though it is belonging to a parent, but when you come to see those days, the parents used to chastise the child whenever the father or the mother is not around. He or she does the wrong thing, and so both parents were helping to bring up the child. Not to talk about the schools. The schools were doing their best by also chastising the child whenever he or she behaved disorderly on campus. But now the introduction of the Western culture, have brought us thus far. When somebody tried to correct next man's child, they find it as problem. And even on the campus, you just mentioned someone sue a teacher, and so all of these things raise or made it so difficult for our children these days, the young folk these days, to take correction. So it's like spoiling the children, going on their own, doing everything they wish to do. Uh, in a stage where our brothers, my colleagues are seated, the child will look at the parent and say, I hate you. I hate you. I don't want to see you. Get out of my room. Those things are not accepted in our culture. So for the child to look at a parent and say, you lie, is not accepted. So it is a win-win situation. The school has to do his part or her part, to
Okay.
make sure that the child is put on the right path, introduce
Okay.
the right lesson, the right training, to the child and the parent. And then when these things happen, the entire society must work together to correct the child.
Okay. So now let's go to. Okay. So when you're not speaking, please mute yourself. I will mute Mr. K. So let me go now to our the other panelists. Um, let me begin with Lee.
Yeah.
Lee, are you getting me?
Yeah, sure. I am.
Okay. Yes. So how can what role with regards to what he just said, how can fathers, mothers collaborate in bringing up their children? Yes, you can respond to that, and then we go after. Then the professor can come on.
Okay. Thank you so much for the you share. I'm just gonna give um a bit of sort of understanding of parents, but based on what I've seen and also based on what I've heard from parents, yeah, these are the little highlights that I would like to discuss. I think, and also if parents collaborate together, I think equal distribution of tax. That's a teamwork mindset. A very good mindset and also kind of way of working together, children in the right way. That's like a father and mother take turn or share daily tasks such as feeding, bathing, homework help, bedtime routines, and these type of things ensure that both parents are equally involved in the child's daily life. So equal distribution of tasks is a very good tool to create a collaboration in the upbringing of the child. I also think joint decision making is very important. To have divided parents. Okay, this situation I'm talking about is mostly for those who have their parents together, not like someone that is raised by a single mother or a single father. When you have parents together, you know, joint decision making is a very tool to collaborate. You know, parents should collaborate on important decision regarding education, discipline, or health. This unified approach helps children understand the consistency and fairness in rules, expectation in the home. The third one I would like to emphasize on, which uh, okay, working parents may have difficulties, implementing this in a home is time together. You know, when you spend more time with children, you create this bond. This is very important because that's where the child can feel comfortable to tell you things and to trust you and to open up to create this friendly environment for you to be able to have a relationship with children. So quality time together, I think that is a role or let's say a situation that people have to create more. Even if you're a single parent, need to create quality time to bond with your child or your children, spending time as a family, as having meals together or participating in family outing, foster sense of unity and share responsibility. So, when parents are together, I think quality time is a thing also to create that atmosphere of you're really a family. And being someone that is that's living in a Western world, that's actually a very big problem here because people are working. Like the parents are like at 9 o'clock, everybody's out, the children go to school, and then when they are back, pick them from school. When they come home, they just have a meal and go back to bed. And then before you know, it's the same routine till Friday. So they only have Saturday and Sunday to bond. Which is actually creating a lot of problem now, where children are very depressed. They are very have grew up in a very insecure environment, and also they don't have and also they don't know how to connect with people. They are very kind of like work orientated. They are not people who have uh, how can I say, they don't have that upbringing that they say like they were really raised out of from a good family. So and people are very independent. They have that independent mindset, and that also when you take that from your parents, you actually bring that also in your home. So it's a pattern that created and is continuing to generation. I think Africa have a bit more of let's just say upper head on family area because like the sir on the show here, like the community can literally raise your kids. Like if your parents are not around, if you are behaving some kind of way anywhere, the the school can literally educate your kid or the community. And
Okay. All right.
community, just one sec, community is not the thing that we have this side, but I think Africa that that founded culture that helps to raise children in the right way, and also even if parents are not how can I say present in that side. I have more, but I'm just gonna
Okay. So
keep it.
let's go to Alex. We'll go to Alex before we go to Derek. Alex. So let's see. You interact with a lot of young people. I mean, you are a young candidate within district number 5. I can say a stakeholder. You have a vocational institute within the district number 5 here in Monserrado, and you are also the chairman of the intellectual class of Peaceville, meaning you interact with not just young people, you interact with a lot of people, but especially young people. So tell me, what are some of the strategies communities can put in place in upbringing the young people? What some of the strategies before we can come to Derek?
Okay, so I want to appreciate all of the panelists this afternoon and our guests on the show. You know, like I said last week, the young people, we as young people, we have a lot to do. Looking at the topic on a discussion, the impact of the parent, the community, and the school in the life of the children and youth. From all indication, with our current day activities, the parent have a lot to do. Because if you take it to the community, you take it to the school, unlike far back then, like I made the emphasis about a child going to the community in the 90s, the 80s, doing wrong. The restriction, the punishment, it used to be everybody business. It used to be one parent because you born a child, that child is going to better, that one you responsible to restrict that child or punish that child. That's how it used to be. But unlike this time, if somebody child go in the community and does wrong, and you see it necessary to punish that child, the parent will come after you and even go as far as taking you to the police station and complaining and even prosecuting you, taking lawsuit against you because of going the way you're not supposed to go. Now, one of the things that make it very difficult for the community to add and even the school to add, especially for some of us who are into the educational sector, who provide services for the young people, is if you go to the Western belt, you will hear say a man went to the school, took gun, fired two, three, four, or even 10 of her peers in the West, especially like America. But you will not see the real video on the social media passing around. But when you come to our setting Africa, once something happened, for instance, a real life, Duboro, GSA rule, you will see the real graphic or on the social media. They will use it to tarnish with the African repetition. But they who are bringing no policy into our country, they don't use it in their country. So the Westerner are one way or the other pushing us to do or to go against our culture and using us to make our children to be like them, and they don't want to bring their system that they have in their country, they don't want to bring it in our country. I will give you an instance, Madeline, and all of the panelists listening to me. They will come in our country to say they have a project, they have a company that they want to launch in our country. They will bring all of that consultant from abroad to Faro, and the consultancy fee that they will be taking from the same money that they send to say they have a project to implement in our country. The consultancy fee is even far more better than those that in our country that are working in our country. So they push us, the African, against the war to follow their will, to do things in their country that they want us to follow, but they are not wanting us to be like them one way or the other. So the school, the community have role to play, but more or less, the parents are using the Western culture or the Western restriction to go against the community and the school. They have better role to play to in restricting their children.
Okay, thank you. So let's move now to Professor Derek Dennis. He Chief, how you doing? So yes, the question. Let's look at strategies that learning institutions. Before you respond to the question, just tell a little bit about your educational background. I know you've said it times of our numbers on this program, but we would like you to say it again, take a few seconds, and then tell us about what strategies learning institutions can put in place to ensure that they collaborate with parents to ensure in the upbringing of their children, in upbringing of the young people.
All right, thank you, our media woman. I'm an educator in short, and I've been in the area of education. I think this is my 17th year, and I've been privileged to serve as principal, classroom teacher, now at the level of the university, department chairman, and all that. But this discussion is so unique because this discussion centers around the future of Liberia. If we will have a brighter Liberia, a greater Liberia, and a better Liberia, we need to ask ourselves By what means are we going to arrive at a better, greater, or brighter Liberia? And of course, the answer is it depends the level of education and the level of civility and that of the kind of conversation we bring about young people. And like youth conversation is doing now, the collaboration between parents and institutions. You know, Magdalene, let me be quick to say the first thing that a parent or a couple, the first thing that they should have at the back of their minds is that what they want for their child. And you should first of all identify the vision, and knowing this vision, the next thing now is how can my child arrive at this point. If I see my child as the next minister of Liberia, the next president of Liberia, the next medical doctor, if I see my child as the next representative, or whatever the case is, I'm just using these different positions, or the next agriculture minister and so on, the next thing now is how do I work along with the child to arrive as his or her dream. There is always a difference between character and career. Someone may have the career. If they don't have a character, that career is at a critical point of not being accepted in certain environment, because nobody will want to employ a rude manager or a rude medical doctor. Now, the next thing, the parents need to take their child to the kind of school that aligns with their own vision. I have a problem with parents just taking their children to just any kind of school, because parents are not doing feasibility study. The bottom line to the development of any child is in one basic word, and that word is discipline. A child will only become better person in society, better person in his or her lifetime, if that child goes through a genuine and effective discipline system. And you get that discipline between the home and the school. That has got to be a collaboration. One of the methods that school leaders can use to initiate this discussion: no child should be enrolled into any school without the school leaders having interview with the parents. The parents and the school leaders should sit down on the table. They should tell the school, this is our child, this is what we want for our child, and we believe that your school can work with us to help us achieve this, and we need you to show us. That agreement must be reached. But Magdalene, is sad to know that parents send their children to school, they write entrance, and they give their registration money, they go to the bank, they pay their money, and they are definitely enrolled into the school. No handbook, no discipline issue, nothing is being brought on the table. So whether the child is succeeding in the area of discipline, as long as the child can bring the paper home with 90, with 80, the parent thinks that the child is doing well. Finally, let me say this. The Bible says, one, father should love, husbands should love, two, wives should submit, three, children should be obedient to their parents. You see, if the children will see this reality in a home, the father loves the mother and the mother is submissive to the father, the children will be under that obligation to be obedient to their parents. Where parents are getting it wrong, father and mother, they are local here, they are fighting, that they are running kickboxing in their home. Every time you see they are throwing paddles and one or two stones at each other. How do you expect the children? How do you expect the children to grow up with the fear of being obedient when the parents cannot keep the side of the coin? We must understand that the Bible says two are better than one. So the parents and the school, two different forces working together to achieve one goal, is sound education and effective discipline. If we can ensure and insist on this, we can be sure that the future of our children and the future of Liberia is safe.
Okay, that's awesome. So we'll take pause. I don't know. Let me say this before we go. Before we can begin taking calls. Is that good enough? Because we've come now to end the discussion we started last week. We got 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes to go. Yeah, we have 20 minutes to go. So I listen to all of you. You are making wonderful points. And yes, my own yes, my own what I have to say. Yeah, just plug it for me. So for what all you said, this is what I gathered, and I'm going to add mine to it. So um the parents need to collaborate. There are some homes right now, the mother is another place, the father is different place. So when they in a simple term, when the child leaves the mother place or go to the father place, and different training, different upbringing. So everybody need to collaborate. I mean, nobody goes into a relationship and says, I mean, so time I'm going to break up with you. At so time. These are unforeseen circumstances. And so we all have to prepare our minds, our hearts for these kind of things. So when they're happy, I mean, you need to collaborate to ensure that the well-being of your child or your children is prioritized. You cannot be selfish enough to say, okay, because maybe she got another man, or because he has another woman. I mean, when they finish the work on the child on the other side, when they come back home, they become so different. They got different languages in their mouth, and I mean, you can just imagine. So single parenting too. I mean, like I said, nobody, nobody went into a relationship and say, I will be out of it so time. And we need a collaborative. Everybody need to collaborate, because we have a society right now that is lacking respect. People don't respect each other, even at the higher level. People don't at the highest level. People don't respect each other. That including the children nowadays, they don't respect. Very, very disrespectful. Professor Derek just talked about it. Train up a child in a way he or she should grow. When they are old, they will not depart from it. And then when it comes to the learning institutions, schools, restrictions, you got handbook, abide by the rules and regulations. You cannot have a school, you run your institution, and you just allow everybody to do their own thing. So you need to know where to send your child or your children. There are some schools, I'm sorry to say, they are living on past glory. Meaning,
He's muted. He's muted.
You have to unmute him.
yeah, so you need to have a boundary. I understand what you're saying, but most of the time too, you want to create an environment where the child, the children, the students can be able to relate to you. Not to be too tough with them, not to be too friendly with them, but you need to have a boundary. Or else when you are too friendly with them, especially for the young ones, then they will say, "Oh, I won't let me." Oh, yeah. I mean, they will say, they will say, "Oh, I mean, he's digging me. He's digging me." So, and you understand? Yeah, but I'm closing out the take course. Yeah, talking about.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
talking. You talk
Okay.
about the education system too is one of the issue, because you will see a child in another
Okay.
school, they will misbehave in our school. When the school expel them, other people will accept them in other school. So the educational system need
Okay.
to also take that into consideration to see how they can work around it.
Don't be quick to shift into the system. Look at that child came from whom? If Magdalene has her daughter, and there you see this as a case study, and Magdalene daughter having to
Okay.
misbehave in
And
school,
it should also be done in law, because they got some, some homes they have step family there. You got a stepfather, they got stepmother. So if you are
We
doing
also
it, you
have
have to
baby
do it
born
in love there.
baby.
Sometimes,
We also have baby born baby.
excuse me, that's a reality. That's a reality of life.
so
Yeah.
I think as we open the line and we hope to hear from our parents and audience, and let's maintain that everybody has a responsibility. We must now start fast tracking. What can I do? What can I do? Parents should be asking, what can we do?
All right. So
And
keep that
school
counseling
leaders.
later on. All right. So now to the community, what strategies are you putting in place to ensure that the young people who are coming up, you build up their potential, you transform them. You are harboring criminals in the area. You got place where they go and take in drugs, and you say, no, not my business, not my children. Okay, that being very selfish. So yeah, eh,
So
yeah. So community chairpersons should be on the alert. If you are tuning in, community chairpersons should be on the alert to work, collaborate with the parents, to collaborate with because the learning institutions are within communities, right? The family is the first. I mean, the most important, institution in the family. For a family, nobody say, are born very small but powerful. Yes, small. They got a small and they got a big, the big family, but we usually focus on the small family, and the extended family can rest a belly. All right, so we'll take course and then we'll go back to our panelists. They will have to close up. So let's place in our call to 0777 25 38 19. 1 minute to a caller. I know you want save a lot, but we have to stick to time because we have to go back to our panelists. 1 minute to a caller. 0777 25 38 19. Yes, let me take this caller. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Magdalene.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you for picking up my call. I want to say good afternoon to your panelists. Thank you for the topic. I'm not discussing this afternoon. So this topic, it's good for our children to be this topic. It's good for them to kind of topic.
It's coming in broken.
But the problem is that something that I observed in the country here, the Western world, children rights or things that were being introduced in Africa, especially Liberia, something is being left out, and I wish the right of the children is not being well taught. If these things could be introduced in school, it would help us. But if the child should have a discipline, and it should not be treated in a way, and then you tell the child right now, also tell the child that your parents or your foster parents also have a right.
Okay.
So when everybody knows their right, will know where we go. But the way it's going, it's a serious problem. We got a lot of work. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir, for placing in your call. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'll skip you. Hello. No, man, you can't treat me like this. Hello. Hello. Yes, please. If you don't step away, okay, I'll let you go. Let me let you go. Take another caller. Hello.
Hello, Magdalene. Hello to your student.
Yeah, 1 minute, please, sir.
This is Daniel Mawatuku, and I call you from Tinker.
Okay.
Thanks for the very interesting discussion. It's a hard thing to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard thing to say. People will say they'll blame the schools, and the schools say no, and they blame the parents, and the parents say no, blame the school. No. The parents are also contributing to the attitude of their children.
Okay.
Even though the government brought this child right in, that destroyed everything to do with our Zogos when we were young boys, we never had nothing for Zogo. We had Grenada boys, and you will have for Grenada boys in the street. So now, you cannot take deception from children, and then you say you're going to have a good society. When you study child psychology, it says children are born with their own natural behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you left with the parents to see which is good, which is bad, and then you take the bad one from there, and you put more good one in the children. But the people saying that one of the discussions said the child rights people came from Europe and brought child rights here. That's true. I've been a teacher. I taught for almost 16 years almost. Now, I was taken aback when the child went to police station, reported the father, that the father disciplined her for keeping out.
Mm. The
police wanted to school where I was teaching. They invited the parents to the school right in Shawa Tupuru. I'm telling you a live story. And they investigated and said the child was wrong. They put the parent in jail for beating his own daughter that slept over the house.
Okay.
So if you do that to a parent that was a child, and so the parent should not discipline the child, or the child should discipline the parent, you have a group of disrupted young people and the result of disrupted children of the nation. It's a long way discussion.
Thanks for placing your call. And I mean, we are here whenever we're having a program, we announce it, and then you take our numbers and contact us if you want to form part of the panel. Okay, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good to have you on.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for the topic, and I'm so interested in the topic.
Okay.
And if I have opportunity, I want to be part of this topic because that is one thing I'm studying the world. Parents and children, how can we face society?
Okay.
And to your topic, one thing I want to say, two group of people are very important in society today. Number one, the parents, and number two, the schools. Because when we were in school way back, when the school get any child NPR, no school accept that child. The child go by and obey whatever they not do. But today, there are schools that are accepting one student who have been given NPR for the past schools. And all of these are supporting our society. And parents also, we all do our background. Then we go in for our child. Sometimes somebody say, I got a child, and we debate. All kinds of ways. But guys, we know those are things that, I mean, it is very, very bad for our society. So thank you very much.
Okay.
And, thank you.
Send me a text on this number. I may take another caller. Hello. Yes, sir. It's good to have you on. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wrap it around here because you operating in 1 minute. Oh. Okay.
So she also she ran the police station. The police they have to put me in jail. So we have to hold for our family to go to jail. I will never forgive you. So right there, go to jail.
Okay.
Because for running out to go that way. But because she's a legal married
woman. Okay, sir. Thanks for placing your call. You are trying to jab it. It's only you. So you end up in the starters. Yeah, hello.
This is Chris Mumble.
Yeah, Chief, how you doing?
And you invited me, and share a link with me.
Okay. But it's okay. We can go on.
Yeah. But one day everything will be okay because it's like I'm not really using a sophisticated phone. But to go to the pocket.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. The instructions of our war, well during our war, we understood that the fabric of the social fabric broke down, and most especially the basic unit of the society, the family. So I want to thank you very much. You're one person that needs we need to commend you and you increase your voice, for the good work that you insight, your farsightedness. Talking about family, talking about how to be disciplined. So the parents have a lot to play. Like for instance, the parents who are so basic, sometimes they left the whole thing to the teachers to discipline their children.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the child rep business is like a serious problem. So we need to put our thoughts together so that at least we can strengthen our society.
Okay.
I can discipline modeling children. Modeling can discipline my children. It's all gone, and we got to bring that back. Thank you, Madeline.
Thank you so much. And I mean, to other people, I can tell you I will do it. I will do it in love. I don't just stay be running behind people, but I can help. I will help the parents, those of those kids that I interact with, those young people I interact with, as old as you can be. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Yes. I'm coming. Just a second. Yeah, the line is seriously jamming. Hello?
Yeah, hello, this is Magdalene.
Yes, sir, quickly.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Benny Smith, the Speaker of the Concerned Motorcycle Advocate.
Okay.
I for me, I blame the human right. I don't blame the parent. I don't blame the school. I blame the human right.
Okay.
And the human right has completely damaged our nation. And because of human rights, people or parents are afraid now to train the child. And as a Liberian, we are in numbers when it comes to the laws of Christianity. We believe in human rights more than what the Bible says. The Bible says, train up the child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will never depart from it. And the Bible says, don't spare the raw and spoil the child.
Mm-hmm.
But when you test the child, you go to police station as a period color just today. Get beating on your child. They want to jail him for it. So as for me, I blame human rights completely. It's a human right that damaging our country. It's a human right that made we have more so good in the country now. It's a human right that made everything have gone head scattered. So I say thank you very much for having me on your show.
So before you leave, Lynn is here. She's currently in Italy, and she saw another family, a young woman that took the father to the police in Netherlands. So I mean, yeah, this not just find a word. Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon, Magdalene.
Yes, quickly, sir.
Yeah, and good afternoon to all of the panelists. Well, my name is Jonathan Joe, and I'm calling from here orientation.
Are you the one I was speaking to the last time? You're taking forever to answer me. Jacko, or you get 30 seconds. Quickly.
Anyway, you know the issue of our children in Liberia, holistically in Africa, is a different thing with that of the Western world. You know, the Western world have changed the pattern of the golden rules. There are 3 golden rules in the Bible. Parents, children obey your parents. God love your wife. Wife submit to your husband. But you see, the home have a greater impact in the life of the children.
Okay.
The father should love the wife. The wife should obey, should submit to the father. In our setting, you will see father and mother. Father will not show love to the wife in front of the children. And even the mother will not submit to the husband in front of the children. How do you expect our children to obey the parents?
Okay, so that's serious problem coming from the home. So like we need to have a yeah.
we need a debate. I will have the father and the mother.
What the home is follow all the rules from the Bible.
All right, you got it right there. Let me hold you right there. Yes, everything. The home has a greater part to play in the upbringing of the young people. You're living in the community. Oh, I just looking at you. Some of you, the community you're living in, the way they are affecting the young people negatively. Are you looking? You're even talking about it. Yeah, hello. Yes, it's good to have you on.
Okay, my name is Anna from Asher.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you know what making our children now and then not obey? It is the word of God. I've been talking the Bible.
Okay.
We, the parents, we fail to teach our children the Bible. We don't want to teach our children in our own matter way. The way we look at the world, I have one teach our children. But we are not teaching our children the word of God. Because if we teach them the Bible and they learn about the word of God, they will be careful to do any other thing. But there is no word of God preaching the parents.
Okay.
We can go to church on Sunday, so now we can carry our children to church. So that then the child will obey. You will not sin to it your own way, for the God get that child to you. You are not placing that child in the hands of God.
Okay,
so
ma'am.
We are making mistakes. So for that reason, our children have no obedience for us thinking.
Thank you so much. That's a Christian perspective on this discussion. We are closing down on calls. I mean, the calls keep coming from one end to another, and we can just continue because we are actually out of time. At least today, I will sleep well because they you know, too many people have called. They will not say, oh, Magdalene, I get 1 second. Hello. Okay, let me take Claudia. Claudia, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Ms. Magdalene, and good afternoon to all of the panelists in the studio. The coverage is very, very interesting.
Okay.
I want to make a recommendation.
Okay.
I want to appeal to the management of Youth FM at least to add additional 30 minutes to the history of the nation, because information and further such so much important to many parents and family members. So with no due respect to traffic clocks, at least traffic clocks been running for
they're probably looking for Miguel. No.
At 7, and I think.
Oh, you more than our director or program, Mama Claudia. See you tomorrow. Please come tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, come tomorrow. You got 10 minutes. You ask him for 30 minutes, more go all the way in traffic plus. I beg you. Yeah, so let me take the last caller. Hello. Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is no matter when we were kids coming on, while we were there, I was much better out, man. We too soon together won't be the one who pick up you. And you see one day.
Oh, Chief. Hey, man. Somebody push you out. Let me take the last caller. Funny. Yeah. Hello? Yeah, quickly, sir.
I'm charged to.
Okay. Okay.
I want to make a fun on the community, people who are committed leaders that have the responsibility to govern the community, and ourselves we should observe each other. So they have to observe the children, because tomorrow the children will be able to take the platform, will take their lead. So they can be there for the children to learn from those that are smoking in the community or around. So what they have to do to protect the children for better futures tomorrow, they have to tell the young people that, oh, gentlemen, what you're doing is not belong in the community.
Okay.
Go to where you can buy this thing and make yourself you ought to certify yourself before come here, so that our children will not be able to damage tomorrow.
Okay.
So community leaders have to lead a good observation to be able to get on to implement your decision, what they stand for, because they are there to protect those citizens in the community.
Okay. All right, Chief. Thank you so much. Wonderful points. And every one of you, thank you so much. Those of you who could not get through, or those of you who couldn't get through, want to say yes, we will come on another time, and then yes, you can express yourself, give your point. No, we're not taking call. We ain't taking call again. Those of you who can be sending your children to go buy alcohol, to go buy liquor, cigarette, I know, to go call your girlfriend, you gotta stop. Yeah, you gotta stop. I'm joking. And those some communities, well, you get your own to say. And then also, as we conclude, I will come to you guys at least 1 minute 30 seconds each. So let me just go back to Lean. Lean, we are concluding that we need recommendations. You listen to the callers, we need recommendations. From there, another person just pick up, then we end with Mr. Kier.
Okay. Thank you so much for the contributions. I've heard so many just a sec. Yeah, I've heard so many stories and contributions from so many people, and these are live events happening all around the world. And for me personally, I just think this is a very, 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 very sensitive topic. And if we can beg Magdalene to be giving us more time.
Oh my God! Well, there's more time. I did a lot to do.
Like seriously.
Yeah, sorry.
I talk to you for 3 minutes. Like no comments, no debate, nothing. Like anyhow, but we are really grateful for the opportunity to the radio have given us. So, but for me, I have a lot to say. I'm just gonna say like, okay, if God opens another door for us to be able to talk on this topic, then it would be a very good how can I say, for you to add some hours or some minutes on each panelist, and also to maybe give a little bit of space to comment on some of the callers. That would be amazing. And
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You still have 1 minute, ma'am.
No, I don't want to start a long conversation here before you start cutting me again. So I'm just gonna close up like
Okay.
my speech this way. So thank you.
Thank you. On a serious note, all of you made wonderful points. I think I gave each one of you 5 minutes to speak, and it was really good. You listened to the callers, and almost all of what you said, they contributed. Do not overlook the 5 minutes you take on radio. That's why sitting here is very important. When you sit here, you have to be very careful on what you say, because too many people listen just 1 minute. So just please close up, Derek and Alex.
Okay, so Magdalene, I want to say thank you to all of the callers and to all of our panelists. But my closing view will be strictly to the Ministry of Education.
You got 1 minute.
The parent. Yeah, 1 minute, I know. Otherwise, we have 1 minute second, you consume it anyway. So, Ministry of Education and the parent. If for any reason your child does wrong in a particular school and they expel that child or suspend that child, you as a parent, please, if there's a means to negotiate or apologize to the school for your child to go back to the school, I would really appreciate that. Instead of you taking that child from the school and sending that child to another school. And to Ministry of Education, you all need to set up a system that if a child is expelled from the school, this system that used to be in place that you review the child past record from the school, the report card. But they're not doing it, the school are not doing it, they're not inspecting those report card from the various students that are applying to enroll at a particular school. So Ministry of Education have to do, the government got to come in. Thank you very much to all of our listening audience and to all of our panelists. Let's continue rolling it. We ask the True FM family so that they can give us more chance so that our conversation like this for a better Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you. Derek?
Yeah, so thank you, Magdalene. We appreciate all of the callers, the concerns. What I can say in closing is that all of us, we have one goal. And for the
Mr. Kia? Yeah, I'm not getting Derek. Okay, so just close up. You muted? Okay, so oh my God, I'm not seeing you. Okay, just I'm hearing you. You're now on. Okay.
We can hear him.
All of us, we as parents must put rules, must agree on a single rule that we will agree on to discipline our children.
Okay.
The school and the parents should not allow the children to choose school for themselves.
Okay.
You send the child wants to go to school because the XYZ, and you, the parent, allow the child to just go out there to register or choose his or her own school. Make a follow up on the child at the school, and then you must be able to be able to watch out for your children. The kind of friends they bring home, they associate themselves with. You should be a watchdog for your child or your children.
All right.
And then the state must provide a solution. The government, the drugs that is coming in the country, the community leaders, whenever there's a drugs coming in the community that is not accepted, the people must be able to kick that person out of the community.
Yeah, collaborative effort. That's what we're talking about, right? You collaborate with the government, with the with the parents, the schools, and everything.
Right.
So can I hold you right there?
Just before you hold me right there, this is what so I told my person that if I catch you with the drugs, because my wife was complaining that he was taking marijuana. So I play if I see him.
Marijuana?
Yes, he was taking at the time you were with me. So I told him the day I see you, myself will take you to the police.
Okay. Yes, you
Not
have to
to
do
speak to
that.
the police. I will
Yeah.
not allow it to go on. No. I will tell the police this man according to marijuana and he should be put in jail.
Wow. Yes. Okay, so I mean, marijuana is not something that somebody should be playing with. If you catch someone with a family member or what have you, ensure that you do what is right. And that's what you are doing. So Derek, you are off, and we are right now. We do not have time. I'm sorry, we have to go. We're not party coming for you, so.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
back.
not
Yeah,
party coming for our professor.
yeah.
Professor, you gotta get internet straight next time.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
All right. So I mean, we have to go. Thank you all so much. We will work on getting more time.
Yeah, we need more
very
time.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. And I mean, it can pop up anytime, but we will tell our audiences that we have this coming up. If we have time, we will because
And that's
this
what I
is very
wanted to say,
important.
Magdalene. And that's what I want to say, Magdalene. The beginning of everything is that small, right? And as we go on, we believe that we will grow in time and we'll grow in everything. So we appreciate you for the time and Chris and the children family. God bless you. Even though I was locked off unintentionally, but I hope next time.
All right. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks so much for your support, Alex. Thank you so much, Alex. I want to really appreciate Derek and Mr. K. It was so wonderful being here with you guys this afternoon. Yeah, from my comfort zone in Liberia.
Yeah, thank you so much, Magdalene.
See you on tomorrow. The business show is tomorrow. Don't miss it.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.